Okay, all right. Welcome to me playing Raft. I'm going to do a video game Let's Play. Wow, 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 wow. The goal here. There are a number. Actually, there are a few goals. Some more sort of literal, and a couple more that are kind of more highfalutin, I guess. So the goal is the sort of most straightforward goal is I want to. There is a achievement in this game where you survive for 365 days. And I have thought, oh, it'd be cool to get that achievement, but I can't really it's frankly crazy to waste that amount of time just for my fun when I could be trying to make something or do something cool. And so, and so then I had the thought, I've always wanted to sort of give video game Let's Plays a try. I've watched a lot of that kind of stuff in my lifetime. And so I thought, hey, why not combine two goals into one, sort of get to do something fun that I would like to do, and also do something a little bit more productive. So I'm going to be playing this 365 days, not real life days, but days within the game. So if you haven't played this, it's one of my favorite games of the past several years. It's just you out in the middle of the ocean trying to survive, scrapping together trash and stuff, and just making your way in the world. You'll notice that it freezes every single time I open the inventory. Well, that's only the first time after you open the game, but it does happen a decent amount. So for the moment, we're just collecting shit. And yeah, I've wanted to make a Let's Play series for a little bit now. Partially because I'd like to get a little bit better at talking into a microphone. I make a bunch of different videos and stuff, but the reality is that even though I kind of would rather not be the narrator, I sort of have to be, because that's just the way of the world of making things now, is you kind of have to wear all the hats. Wow, I'm really whiffing on these hooks. I think it's because I'm a little bit nervous to be talking into a microphone while playing a video game, and putting this out into the world, which is it's nervous. It's anxiety creating to put yourself out there in this sort of way. You'll have noticed I was talking really fast. I'm trying to slow down a little bit because I'm kind of anxious. There's a lot of anxiety about putting yourself out there and making something. But on the other hand, what's the actual worst case scenario? I'm not gonna die because I put out a thing on YouTube. Truly the worst case scenario is someone I know in real life watches this and doesn't like it. And even in that case, they probably would lie to me. And stressful. There's a shark in this game as well. They would probably lie to me and tell me that it was good. So it's not that's not even a real problem, because I'm just making it up in my head that a hypothetical friend I have is going to watch this and dislike it and think I am uncool, which I don't think is really. It doesn't seem like it's really a possibility. Oh, I see. There's an island up ahead. So let me see if I can. I'd really like to be able to get together enough stuff to build an axe, because on these islands there's trees and you can get wood and stuff from them, which is, useful. Let me see what that takes. Okay, I'm one stone off. I can actually dig that up on the island if I can't get one from these barrels. Nope. Potentially this one. Not quite. Got it. What's the real fear is and then there's the feeling of oh, I'm not sure if I'm competent enough, if anyone would ever watch this. So that's another fear, I guess, that no one's going to watch this. But like, I mean, why not watch this? I I scroll past so many YouTube thumbnails and have the feeling of like, not like to be rude to the people making them, because I'm sure they worked hard on it, but like I truly am never gonna watch this. I have no interest. But then like down in the views, there's like, that's gonna be a problem potentially in the future. Then down in the views, there's like 800,000 people watching it. So like, what do I know? You know, I don't know what people are gonna like. So it's crazy to think that I'm gonna know whether people will like something I make. So why not just make it? And then like worst case scenario, no one watches it, and I played a video game that I like to play. And best case scenario, a bunch of people watch it, and that is good. Uh, nope. Okay, just gonna try and get one piece of stone here. Ow. So anytime you leave the boat, the shark attacks you. Like I said, I've played this game a lot. It's not like, this is not going to be like me, what's the word? Ow. This is not going to be me, like, discovering this game for the first time. I'm sorry if that's, like, what you're looking for. I've, like, played it through to its narrative conclusion, although there's, like, I think a lot more to this game to do that I potentially haven't done. Oh no. I would really like to get like one more tree out of this. Just some mangoes or something. Fantastic. Okay, great. I hope I do not die swimming to my boat. Oh, please. He's coming. I think I'll survive this. Oh, that was lucky. That was less lucky. Alright. Great. And start sort of rebuilding a little bit here. Chip, 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 chip. Okay, now we have like an actual base to work off of. Now, something I will have to deal with sort of quite shortly is getting hold of some water and food, which I will have to build a water purifier and a grill, and you know, you can sort of guess what's going on from there. I feel like this weird urge, like I need to explain the mechanics of a video game, when in fact someone who's like clicking on this probably is going to be able to pick it up pretty easily. Let's see here. What can I do? I think purifier is the first sort of thing we are going to want to build here. And then I need a cup as well, which I think I need, yeah, more plastic for. Okay, that's perfectly fine. And I need to build a new hook as well, which uses up some of that plastic, but in the long run, you know. But yeah, so the goal, I think, the goal is to survive 365 days, make a YouTube Let's Play, but the sort of secondary goal is to get a little more comfortable talking into the microphone, because I do have to, like, wear sort of every hat if I want to create, like, film stuff, if I want to make, like, videos, which is, you know, it's fine. It's, I'd sort of rather not all things being the same. I'd kind of, there's like aspects of course I'm happy that I live in a world where sort of art has been democratized to the point that I have the opportunity to, like, I can distribute, like, I don't need a full, like, I don't need like a full movie studio to make like any sort of film that I can just like upload something to YouTube and then it's there. But the sort of the other side of that, I guess, is that, you know, it would be kind of nice, I think, if instead of like having to, you know, put a lot of effort into like be the like kind of director, actor, writer, do every single aspect of like any artistic thing I want to do. If instead like some of that was just taken care of for me by like a rich old patron, I kind of would prefer, all things considered, to like, you know, just be like a rich person's favorite painter and just kind of, see, you thought I couldn't defend myself, but now in fact I can. And to just have the like, I'm just gonna eat. God, that does not do a lot for the old hunger, huh? Just to, you know, I live in like a loft in like New York that they pay for, and occasionally they drop by like once a month to give me some fine cheeses that I can sort of survive off of, and then eventually they, you know, buy a bunch of my art and get it appraised for, you know, a ton of money, which then they can, you know, borrow against that money, so, or borrow against that investment, so that they avoid like the taxation of like actually like making money. They'll and then, you know, eventually they get it reappraised like shortly before they die as being worth a lot less, and then they can pass it down to their children, who can then get it reappraised as being worth a ton of money, and then they can do the same thing, and the generational wealth just sort of like keeps spinning round and around. Sunset. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I think part of this is I'm gonna have to get a little bit more comfortable with silence, with like thinking for like a second about what I'm saying, rather than just like spouting immediately whatever I want to say. Because like right now I'm just having the thought. Every time there's a brief second of silence, I'm like, it gives me the time to think, someone's watching this and they're thinking that it's bad. I'm thinking about a hypothetical future person who's watching this and is going, this is the first video of this series? And he's like expecting us to watch it? Really? Okay. But there's nothing to that, truly. I'm just making it up. It's just a lie I've created in my own head. And if this is bad, I mean, that makes sense. This is the first time I've ever done this, so it should probably be bad. It would be weird if I was good at it right out the gate. I don't know that there are, what's the word? Not savants, but prodigy. I don't know that there are video game Let's Play prodigies out there in the world. I think probably it takes a little bit of practice to get good at sort of this kind of off-the-cuff entertainment. I guess I should like make a thing. I'm just like talking and grabbing things, which is, I guess, like part of what alright. So if it wasn't clear what I'm doing with this, I'm putting salt water here. It's boiling, going into the being fresh water. Let's see if I can build also a simple grill. I can indeed, and so I shall. And now I can eat cooked vegetables, which I'm not actually sure in reality. I think it probably might be better to eat like some of these raw, if we're talking about like just sheer like nutritional benefit, since I am on a raft in the middle of the, I've never seen that before. That's great. That's incredible. There's an island over there, but I don't really think I have the ability to get over to it. There are a few ways. Later on I'll be able to steer this thing, but for the moment I will go without that. So I'm gonna eat a few of these just to keep up the old hunger in the short term. And then cooked beef. We've sort of stabilized, I think. The beginning of this game is a little more, what's the word? Hectic than a lot of the later parts are. just because there's so much you need to like kind of get done to get yourself stabilized. And now I think I can kind of start building out a little bit more, getting us set up. Okay. I need a lot more plastic. That's sort of the name of the game, I think. This fucking guy. Okay. Pick this up. I think this just gets added. I think I can just build this. I don't think I have to keep a hold of it. Let me just double check that though. What would it be in? Structures. Maybe not. Maybe I do have to keep a hold of this. Okay. Cook another beet. What a world. So I think what we want to do next is one of these. It's a research table. Which this game has a mechanic I'm sure you've never heard of before. Where you research new stuff. Let's do that. So you put things in here, it eats one of them because you can't learn about something without destroying it, as I'm sure you're aware. Well, let's use this one. Get rid of it. A stone, and a scrap, and then we're just learning a bunch of shit. Okay. And then, oh, I should, if I make a rope, and a nail, I can also put each of those in here. And then I can learn all this stuff. We're moving quick already. Things are going fast. Okay, I think the next big thing is going to be to get to an island, which means I'm going to want to build some navigation stuff, which, oh, I can actually. Wow, this is moving along quite quickly, actually, now that I'm sort of on the go here. Don't have a ton of space on this your boat, but okay. And then, so the goal is to find an island, and oh, don't have a ton of space to move. Sort of cramped here, but that's okay. The goal is to just sort of survive until we can find an island and get the materials that surround the island. Oh, the rain stopped. Wow, I'm really just fully whiffing this piece of wood every single time. Get the materials that are under the island, which will allow us to build better stuff, which will let us control our raft more so we can get more materials and build the raft up better, and so on and so forth, until I've survived for 365 days. And that'll be good. Oh. Have I survived the night as the storm come to an end? Beautiful, a wondrous, beautiful sunrise. What a way to finish up the episode. Thank you so much for watching this. If you did, if you liked it, that's great. I'm happy to hear it. Goodbye.